Lockpicking is one of the best ways to unlock chests and doors in the Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered, and to get loot. Now, as you venture through the diverse landscapes and delve into the depths of dungeons in Oblivion Remastered, you'll find yourself facing numerous locked chests and doors. But don't let those sturdy barriers stop you. To bypass these locks as you encounter them, you will need to engage in a little lockpicking minigame. Want to open any lock in Oblivion? Here's how to get started. First, you'll need a lockpick, an item that allows you to attempt to pick a lock. Now, where can you find these essential tools? The quickest, easiest, and cheapest way to get lockpicks is by exploring dungeons. Keep your eyes peeled, because you can get lockpicks by searching the corpses of some enemies and by checking chests, barrels, and crates within those dungeons. But that's not the only way. You can also buy lockpicks from fences, those shady characters who purchase illicit goods after you've made your way into the Thieves' Guild. Tired of locked doors and chests? Here's your key, literally. Lockpicks can be used to unlock doors and chests you'll encounter on your adventures. However, here's a little heads up. While many doors and chests will yield to your lockpicking skills, some stubbornly refuse and cannot be broken open this way, requiring special keys instead. Don't worry, the game will let you know if your lockpick just won't do the trick. But for those that can be picked, the process is straightforward. If the door or chest can be unlocked with a lockpick, simply walk right up to either one, making sure you have a lockpick item ready in your inventory, and interact with it. This action will immediately start the lockpicking minigame, bringing you one step closer to the treasures within. Think lockpicking is easy? Think again. Lockpicking in Oblivion Remastered can get pretty frustrating pretty quickly. In short, it's all about timing. So, how does this tricky minigame actually work? When you start the lockpicking minigame, you'll see a cross-section view of a lock with 5 different tumblers, each nestled inside a tiny chamber. Your goal is to tap the inner metal piece upward using the left control stick and then hit A on Xbox to set the tumbler. The key to success is setting the tumbler precisely as it taps the very top of the lock. If you nail the timing, the tumbler will click into place, go dark, and you're one step closer to opening the lock. But here's the catch, it's a deceptively tricky timing game. Not all tumblers are created equal, some fall much faster than others, and the speed at which they fall can even vary from tap to tap. Mess up just one tumbler, especially if your security skill is still at the novice level, and you'll be forced to start the entire lock over, setting every single tumbler again. To add to the challenge, locks come in 3 difficulty levels: easy, medium, and hard. An easier lock will have fewer tumblers to set, giving you a little more wiggle room for error. Feeling a bit overwhelmed? Don't worry, we've got some tips to help you become a master locksmith in Oblivion Remastered. Our #1 piece of advice: don't be afraid to play it safe. If you have a bad feeling about a particular lock, make absolutely sure you save your game before attempting to pick it. This simple precaution allows you to try the lock as many times as necessary without penalty, and you can simply reload your save file if you happen to run out of precious lockpicks. Now, you might hear some other guides suggesting that you should listen to the lock for audio cues. While this might work for some, we personally couldn't discern any noticeable difference in sound. However, we did find that it can be quite difficult to concentrate on the subtle timing of the tumblers if there's a lot of other noise happening in the game. So, we found it incredibly helpful to turn off the game's background music in the game settings to improve our focus. Here's a little secret we think we've uncovered, though we can't confirm it with absolute certainty. It appears that each individual tumbler might follow a specific pattern in its movement. Try tapping a single tumbler repeatedly to get a feel for its rhythm and behavior. By doing this, you might be able to predict more accurately when that particular tumbler is going to stick at the top. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, just keep practicing. Like any skill, lockpicking in Oblivion Remastered gets easier with time and experience. Eventually, you'll level up your security skill to the point where the lockpicking minigame becomes significantly less punishing, making those once frustrating locks much more manageable. The auto attempt feature can let you bypass the minigame and lockpick automatically, in certain circumstances. For example, We used the auto attempt after setting one tumbler on a medium lock, and it automatically set the final 2 tumblers, thus unlocking the door. We also used it to bypass an easy lock without doing anything. However, there are limits to the auto lock. We tried to use it multiple times on another medium lock, and it broke a ton of lockpicks.